to our online class today. Teacher Maria here, your English teacher. I hope that you will have a great time learning and I hope you will have fun.
It's English time with Teacher Maria. How are you today? I hope everyone is fine today. And before we are going to start our lesson, I would like you to learn another expression for today. So for our expression for today, we have, can I borrow your pencil, please? Can I borrow your pencil, please? Alright, so when you say borrow, borrow means you take and use something that belongs to other person with an intention of returning it. Okay, so when you say borrow, you take and use something that is from other person with the intention of returning it. So we have, look at here. So there is a boy wearing green shirt and a boy wearing blue shirt. So the boy with green shirt doesn't have a pencil, so he will borrow from his friend. And when he use it, after using it, he will return it to his friend. So that's borrow. But how would you say it in English? So you will say, can I borrow your pencil, please? Or if you don't have other things, you can say, can I borrow your eraser, please? Or can I borrow your sharpener, please? Alright, so can I borrow is an expression used by asking permission to get and use your friend's things. And after using, you will return it. Okay? Okay, to start with our lesson, I would like you to open your book, student book, page 19. So in your student book, it is a writing activity. And then what you will do is letter A, you have to read the example. Circle all the ingredients. Okay, circle all the ingredients. What are the ingredients? The ingredients are the things that we put on the pasta. Okay, so here you have to read, my favorite food is pasta. I really love it. I would like to eat pasta every day. I love tomato pasta and cream pasta. My mom is really good at making pasta. I can make pasta too. I can make a good tomato pasta. Here is how to do it. First, chop some tomatoes and onions. Next, heat some oil in a pan and fry the onions. Then, add the tomatoes. Stir the tomatoes and onions. After that, boil the pasta and some salt. Add some salt, but don't put too much salt in. Finally, mix the pasta and the sauce together. Now it is ready to eat. Okay, so you have to read again, letter B, read again and answer the question. So you have to write the answer beside the question. So what is the first step to make tomato pasta? You write it here. Number 2, what does the writer say not to do? Okay, so what does the reading says not to do? What should we not do? Okay, now let's go to letter C. Letter C, what do you like to cook? How do you cook it? Fill in the chart. Okay, so these are the verbs that you have to use. You have to write your own recipe or your food that you can cook, or the food that you want to cook. So, and you write here are the ingredients, and then you write here the method. So for example, we have chocolate chips muffin. You have to write the recipe. What are the ingredients? So we have flour. So what will we do with the flour? We have to whisk and mix. Okay. How about sugar? What will we do with the sugar? We have to pour some sugar. Okay? Do you understand? So here you write the ingredients and here you write some cooking methods. So you have to chop, you have to pour, you have to boil, fry, stir, whisk, heat, or mix. So that is very easy. Okay? Now let's go to Unit 2. Unit 2 on page 20. So on Unit 2, we are going to talk about many things from many places. Everybody read? Many things from many places. So basically, our lesson will tell us where does the things that we use comes from. Okay? So let's go here. Page 20 of your book. Listen and say.
B. Listen and say. Number 1.
Salmon,
Number 2.
coconut,
Number 3.
pineapple,
Number 4.
flute,
Number 5.
sandals,
Number 6.
candle,
Number 7.
digital camera,
Number 8.
PC,
One more time.
B. Listen and say. Number 1.
salmon,
Number 2.
coconut,
Number 3.
pineapple,
Number 4.
flute,
Number 5.
sandals,
Number 6.
candle,
Number 7.
digital camera,
Number 8.
PC.
Okay, so let's say number 1. What is number 1? Number 1 is salmon. Everybody say salmon. Alright, so this is salmon. And here beside I write also how to say it. It's salmon. Salmon. Okay, so salmon is the orange-pink flesh of a large silver-colored fish, which is eaten as food. So this is a salmon. Okay, everybody say salmon. Salmon. Spell the word salmon. S-A-L-M-O-N. Salmon. Next word is coconut. Coconut. Okay, so this is how you are going to pronounce it. It's coconut. 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 Alright, so everybody, what is coconut? Coconut is a very large nut with a hairy shell which has white flesh and milky juice inside. So this is large and it has hairy shell, and then white flesh and the juice inside. That is coconut. Everybody, coconut. Spell the word coconut. C-O-C-O-N-U-T. Coconut. Next we have, everybody read, pineapple. 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 Okay? You don't say pineapple. No, you have to say pineapple. Okay? It's pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. Okay, so a pineapple is a large oval fruit that grows in hot countries. It is sweet, juicy, and yellow inside, and it has a thick brownish skin. So this is pineapple. Okay, do you like pineapple? I like pineapple when it's sweet. Alright, next we have, everybody say flute. Flute, flute, flute. This is flu and then t. Flute. Everybody say flute. So what is a flute? A flute is a musical instrument of the woodwind family. They are a wind instrument, and you play it by blowing over a hole. This is a hole. And then near one end while holding it sideways to your mouth. So that is a flute. Everybody, flute. Spell the word flute. F-L-U-T-E. Flute. Next we have sandals. 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 What is a sandal? A sandal is a band or strap that fastens a low shoe or slipper on the foot by passing over the instep or around the ankle. So this is another kind of sandal. This is a slipper or slippers. So everybody say sandals. 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 It's sandals. Okay? Spell the word sandals. S-A-N-D-A-L-S. S-A-N-D-A-L-S. Sandals. Alright, next we have candle. Candle. Okay, everybody say candle. Alright, what is a candle? A candle is a stick of hard wax. This is a wax with a piece of string called a wick. So this is the string, and we call it wick. Wick. Through the middle. You light the wick in order to give a steady flame that provides light. Okay, so this is the wax and this is the wick. Alright, everybody say candle. Spell the word candle. C-A-N-D-L-E. C-A-N-D-L-E. Candle. Alright, next we have digital camera. Digital camera. Okay, we say digital camera. So what is a digital camera? Digital camera is a camera that records images as digital data instead of on film. Okay, so we don't use film anymore, but instead we use SD card for getting the data. So that is digital camera. Okay, spell the word digital. Digital, D-I-G-E-T-A-L, digital. Camera, you spell camera, C-A-M-E-R-A, camera, digital camera. Next we have PC. PC stands for personal computer. Okay, so PC stands for personal computer. So what is a personal computer or PC? A personal computer is a general purpose computer equipped with a microprocessor and designed to run specially commercial software such as word processor or internet browser for an individual user. So this is an example of personal computer or PC. Alright, so let's go with our next activity. We have go to letter C. Look at the pictures, listen, and write the letters. So you have to write the letters here on the circle. Okay, the circles here. We have to write the letter, but first you have to listen carefully. Okay.
C. Look at the pictures. Listen and write the letters. A.
I have a great digital camera to take pictures on vacation.
B.
You can use these candles to make your home look nice.
C.
I always wear sandals at the beach.
D.
I learned to play the flute in school.
E.
My favorite type of fish is salmon.
F.
I need to get a new PC for my schoolwork.
G.
I love pineapples. They're my favorite fruit.
H.
Those coconuts look delicious.
Okay, one more time.
C. Look at the pictures. Listen and write the letters. A.
I have a great digital camera to take pictures on vacation.
B.
You can use these candles to make your home look nice.
C.
I always wear sandals at the beach.
D.
I learned to play the flute in school.
E.
My favorite type of fish is salmon.
F.
I need to get a new PC for my schoolwork.
G.
I love pineapples. They're my favorite fruit.
H.
Those coconuts look delicious.
All right. Let's go to your workbook. Open your workbook to page 14. Open your workbook to page 14. So you answer letter A and letter B. In letter A, you have to unscrabble the word, then write the words below the picture. Okay? Next, we have letter B, read and write. Use the words from A. So you look at the words here in letter A and then you have to fill it here in letter B. Alright. So for your activity number 1, you have to memorize and spell the vocabulary. Then make a video or take a video and send the video through my line account. So this is a spelling test by speaking. Okay? So you have to make a video and then you send it through my line, and that is good for 10 points. No video, no points. Alright, so for our next lesson, we have grammar. We are going to learn about passive voice. Okay, so passive voice. So in grammar, in English, there is also voice, okay? So if we have voice, in grammar also have voice. So when you say voice in grammar, it is the term used to describe whether a verb is active or passive, okay? So the voice means it talks about the verb, okay? Is the verb active or passive? Just not active, passive, okay? So there are 2 types of voice. We have active voice and passive voice. Everybody, how many types of voice do we have in grammar? You have 2. We have active voice and we have passive voice. Right. So let's take a look at what are these two types of voice. Okay. So we have the active voice and the passive voice. So what is the active voice? An active voice is a sentence is active if the subject is doing the action. So if the subject is the one who do the action, the verb should be in active voice. So for example, here we have the dog ate our turkey. Where is the subject? Okay, the subject is the dog. So who eats our turkey? It's the dog. Therefore, this subject or this sentence is an active voice. Why? Because the subject is the one who do the action. So the dog is the one who ate the turkey. Okay. Next we have here subject and the verb. Subject did the verb. So the subject is the one who do the action. That's why it becomes an active voice. Okay. So remember, the active voice is the subject is the one doing the action. Therefore, the verb there is active. Oh, by the way, you have to write this grammar in your notebook, okay? Because we don't have this in your book. So you have to write the grammar in your notebook. Okay, next, let's go to the second type of voice in grammar. We have the passive voice. So what is the passive voice? So the passive voice is if the subject is having the action done to it. If the subject is having the action done to it, then the verb is said to be in the passive voice. So if the subject is already what has been done to the subject, what has been done to the subject, it becomes a passive. For example, we have here, our turkey was eaten by the dog. Here, the subject now is the what? Our turkey. And was eaten is the passive verb. Why? The subject is having the verb done to it. Okay? So, the verb is the one who do it with the subject. While you look at here, in the active voice, the subject is the one who do the verb. Okay? But in the passive voice, the verb is the one who done it to the subject. Okay? Do you understand? For active voice, the subject is the one who do it or who do the verb, while in passive, the verb is the one who do to the subject. Okay, now let's go to have the passive voice formula. Now, how can passive be done, or what's the form of the passive simple present? So we have the subject plus verb to be or be verb plus past participle. You have the past participle, it's the V3. We have V1, V2, and V3. We have verb 1, verb 2, and V3, right? We have, if you look at the last page of your book, there are verb lists there. The last pages of your book, we have 120 from 117 to 120. So from the last pages of your book, you can see the verb list there. You have there the present, the past, and the past participle. Present is the V1, past is the V2, and past participle is the V3. So for the passive voice, this is how you do it. We have the subject, we have the verb to be or be verbs, and then we have past participle, and then the rest of the sentence. For example, here, the pineapple is past participle of grow is grown in Thailand. So there, the pineapple is grown in Thailand. So always remember, passive voice always have be verb and then past participle. Take a look at here in the example. Here we have was eaten. We have passive. We have verb to be, and we have past participle. But in the active voice, it's just a verb, no be verb. Okay. So in the active voice, there is no be verb, while in the passive voice, there is verb to be or a be verbs. Okay. So you look at here, the pineapple is. We use is because pineapple is only one. Okay. Here we have the sandals are because sandals is plural. The salmon is because it's only one. Okay. Next we have the past participle grown, made, and fished. Alright, so these are the examples. So let's read. The pineapple is grown in Thailand. The sandals are made in Brazil. The salmon is fished in the USA. Okay, so take note, in passive voice, there is verb to be and then past participle. In active voice, there is no verb to be. Alright? So, for your activity, I want you to answer this. Write this in your notebook. Write your answer on the space below, before the number. Write this in your notebook. Write your answer on the space before the number. Okay. So you write either it is active or passive. So take a look at, for example, we have Guernica was painted by Picasso. Okay, so is it passive or active? You have to look on the verb. Okay, so if it has verb to be and it is in what's this? Past participle. What is it? Is it active or passive? So this is passive. Okay, so you're right here, passive. Number 2, the doctor talked to him. The doctor talked to him. So the doctor talk, does it have verb to be? No. So what is the answer? Active or passive? So you answer from 1 to 10. Alright? Do you understand? Okay. Alright. I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that you will have great time learning in your house. Have a great day.